Hello everybody and welcome back to Transport Fever Disaster Management with Off the Rails. Yes, I had to fix the golf course. I've done it. I've rebuilt it. Oh, and as much annoyed with myself as I was with the game, I got a little bit complacent when I was building things. I've gone back to doing what I was doing before and having multiple save games. Every time I build anything new like that, what I've done in the past generally is created a separate save game and saved it in. Oh, my dog's going off again. Saved it in like 3, 4, 5 files as I've gone along. I haven't done it because I haven't had a disaster like that for a long time. And like I said, I got a little bit complacent and I'd just been saving over the save game. So from now on, I'm going back to how I used to do it. Because I could have saved a lot of that. I think where the problem was somewhere down here. I'm pretty sure of it. Where I built that little village area, it was something to do with that. I did something in there that the game didn't like. I'm still not 100% certain. But yeah, so that's done. I've done a few other little bits and pieces. As you noticed, I've gone forward because I've been building while the game's been running as well. Just in case anything broke, like I said again, I could, I've got auto saves and things. I've been saving it in different incremental saves, and then if something did go wrong, I could identify the area it's gone wrong a lot easier. What else did I do? Oh, apart from fighting the AI, it keeps building houses here, there and everywhere, and shops and things. And little gaps it tends to find. Yeah, stuck in a bit of a sports ground in the university. A couple of little five-a-side pitches and a running track. There's a shed over it so they can keep their sports equipment in and get changed and stuff. That's not that unusual. We used to have a big wooden shed at one of my old schools that we used to get ready for PE in many years ago. What did I do? Did I do something down here? Apart from, this is where I've had most of the problems with the AI. It's probably built, I don't know, 14, 15 houses and shops in here. There was one up here, there was one over here, there was one over here. Every time I deleted one popped back up again somewhere else. I'd delete one over here and one would pop up over here somewhere. So we're managing it, we're getting there. It abandoned all of this. It had old buildings down here and it abandoned it all and started building in the golf course. Ooh, we got a new train. We'll go look at this in a minute. That's why I saved it at that point. We got an upgrade to the passenger train. There's just something else I want to show you first. I've upgraded the station in Wednesbury. We now have a new, shiny new station. Oh, killing my frame rate flying around like this because of all the detailing I've got in. This is the station Schwerin. It's a German one again. Now it's all the signs are written in German and everything. If we go to the front here, Hauptbahnhof. Unfortunately, I haven't got any other sort of stations apart from German ones, and this was only available in 1870. Oh my god, this was so difficult to get in. The platforms didn't line up for a start anyway with the original tracks, so I had to remove all the tracks. These are now sort of slightly curving a little bit, and all the blockers that I'd put in and everything, I had to delete it all, and I had to delete these bridges and try and get them back in, and blockers everywhere, and I had to delete this, and it was a lot of faffing, a lot of messing about, but I managed to get it in eventually. I really like that. I like a nice glass roof on it. I know it's a bit modern looking, but I wanted something befitting of the title of Grand Central Station in Wednesbury. So now we have a Grand Central. Yay. Let's get some better trains on here. We've got the new 222. So the one we had has gone. There is a mod that you can just keep the trains open for as long as you want. Stops them retiring, but you just end up with hundreds of trains in here. Okay, so this one will do 45 mile an hour. I can't remember what that is in kilometres. It's around 70, I think. And it'll pull more. So we've got some new carriages as well. We've got the clerestories. These will do 60. The short coach does 45, so I'm going to stick with the short coach. These are carry 12, but they are 15 tonnes as opposed to 12 tonnes, so it's going to slow the trade down a bit. Now we've got, on here we have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think we'll put one of the little told brake bands on as well. Just for the looks. It doesn't cost anything to run, it only weighs a tonne, so it's just a little aesthetic thing. I'll put the with the clerestories, you've got a coach brake coach as well. These are carry they like mail coaches on the American trains and stuff. Right, so let's get them on there. Just a little pause there. Now we've also got a new upgrade to the 060, I do believe. Deemed goods class, yes. I'll do 40 as opposed to 31. It's got 340 horsepower and 80 kilonewtons of tractive effort, so it'll get up the hills a lot quicker. I'll go and replace all them in a bit. I'll do that off camera. I've been upgrading some of the coaches and stuff. We got a lot of other stuff there, didn't we? We get any new road vehicles? No, they're all the same. New trams? No, I think it was all carriages that we got, was it? Yeah. There's something I wanted to build, which I won't do that in a minute. Well, let's go and have a look at one of these new trains first. If we can find one. Let's stick the trains on. Here we go. You've not upgraded yet. Let's get one coming out of the station that's upgraded. Oops. Let's get a view so we can actually see him. Oh, I'm moving there. There we go, now carry 80 passengers. So we can carry 1,152. One of the reasons I've gone so far on is because I noticed my main line wasn't making any money. I'd opened this and it was like 170k or something. I don't know what's up with that. It was because I was messing about with this. A train had turned around and I had a queue, and then when I fixed that queue I went doing something else and noticed I had another queue somewhere else. Two trains had actually turned around and were heading down the wrong direction on the tracks. So that took ages to space them all out. We have a little ride on. These are good trains coming in there. So we've got this view again. This is what I really like about this. I just really prefer this than the on the front camera. I think it looks a lot better. And I think we're going to go and sort that out. Just wait for this train to come by. He's not been upgraded yet. My dog in the background. This is what I wanted to do. I considered doing a time lapse, but it's not going to actually take me that long. Now I am going to pause, because if I don't, the AI is going to start building streets and things. Have we got any more blockers in here? I don't think we have. I only put big ones in. Okay, so where are we? Where is it? Here it is. We have a football stadium. The reason I wanted to wait a bit for this is because you know, sort of history of the football teams. Most of the football teams weren't around till the sort of late 1800s was the start of it. Around 1875 were some of the first ones. Some of the clubs date back to 1880s, 1890s. So I figured I'd wait till sort of 1880s. It was about the time when sort of football was really sort of taking off as a sport. I want it visible from the trains. Okay, so we're definitely going to have to put some blockers in here. Yeah, I will build right through this. Let's have a gravel path, I think, shall we? We'll go around it. Let's take that up to there. Let's have a path coming down this way. I'm going to add to this in a minute. Right, we don't want to go up there because that's the bridge. Let's go on to that bit there. Actually, no. I want to put like a training ground in here. What we are going to do though, before we're going to stick all the blockers in, no, not that. Where are my beeps? Here they are. Let's go old. Standing. Now if I put these all in while I've got the game on paused, they will do their animations all at exactly the same time, so they'll all move in unison. I thought about this. Normally, if I'm placing people around, I like to let it play and so that they move in at different times. But they've got like a swaying motion and things, and if I get them all doing it at the same time, we can make them look like they're singing. Or, you know, going with the things, chanting and stuff. Right, we've got different height adjustments on this, so I need to figure out which ones are going to get us on without the feet being embedded. So I reckon start getting a few people in here. Pity they ain't got railings on the front of it, it look a little bit dangerous. Everyone suddenly rushes forward, everyone at the front gets shoved onto the pitch. Perhaps we'll have some sitting down. Oh, a bit too close together, them two there. Let's see if we can get some sitting on there as well. Ooh, what's this one? A little bit higher? Are we going higher here? Yeah, that's it. Let's get some people sitting on the edge there. God, give me some variety. There we go. Now, I'm going to switch to modern. And I'm going to have standing. With one hit on the ground. Oh, I had one then, hang on. Right, in here we've got, I think there should be some guys with blue shirts as well. We've got, these have got trousers on, but they've got a red shirt on, so I figured if we stuck red shirts on one side and blue shirts on the other side, if I can find the blue shirts now, there's another red. Maybe they're not in old, maybe they're not in workers. No. Let's try all. I definitely had a guy with a blue shirt on. Positive I did. This one here, no blue shorts. He's got blue shorts on. Where is he? There's one. Could have got me a bit sooner. So I'm going to end up with a... I should have just... Yeah, man, yeah, I'll have to mess with the height. I'm going to end up with a big crowd of people over here. I'm going to have to delete. There's a red one. There's a red one. Again, you got sort of... With this game, you just got to make some things up. We're not going to have a football. We haven't got any footballs. If we go old, we get a guy wearing black. He can be the referee. So I'm not going to do it all right now. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Sorry about the bulldozer noise. Yeah, go do that later. I'm just giving you a sort of example of what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go around and I'm going to fill this whole stadium up. And as I'm doing so, I'll get 11 players on each side, sort of as though they're in the middle of a game. Now if we just click play here a second. Everybody cross the legs at the same time. We can get some sort of movement animations. I can maybe edit a couple of those together and put some noises in as well. Make a bit of a video for it. Yeah, I reckon that's going to look pretty good once I get all that filled in. Like I say, I was thinking of maybe doing a time lapse for this. What I did have in mind was sort of, start showing people coming up the paths, and then sort of as each frame, delete some, move some, delete some, move some, and then fill the stadium up bit by bit. Fall short when it comes to the actual action on the pitch, though. That's the only problem. They're rather large. Those are some big seats. Look at the people sitting. Let's have a look. Let's get someone sitting. Look how small they look on that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's not designed very well, is it? Ah well, doesn't matter. We'll make the most of it, as we do with everything with this game. There's assets you can play with, and then you can add things to them, and you can make things look different. I'll fill all this in. Get some trees around here. I've got little five-a-side pitches in here somewhere. Got all sorts of stuff in here that I haven't used yet. That to me looks like a church. It's supposed to be a five-a-side pitch. I must have another one. There's the football pitch. Ah, there it is. So we'll get a few of these in. Pop some fences around, stick some sheds in there. I'll have some people training as well. Leave room for a path in between. Yeah, we'll stick a couple of paths around here, have some sheds and stuff, and put some fences around it. Have it like a little training ground. Be nice if I'd done that in a straight line, but I will do it in a straight line. Yeah, so get a good view of that on the train. Let's have a little rumble past. Let's get me a train. We've got no trains coming this way. How come we've got no trains coming that way? He's going up there. What, the train on this one? Is there one coming down? There's one just gone there. Yeah, I'll risk the AI building here for a second. I'll stick some blockers in. Give me some lockers in here quickly. Just gonna fire them in rapidly. That shouldn't prevent me from doing anymore. I'm not going to put too many in here because I need to do the paths. So I'm just going to stick some around this area. Just make sure they don't build on the bridges. The AI's got such a thing about building on bridges. It's so annoying. Where was it doing it before? It was doing it down here. Yeah, there. All this was open and it decided to build up here first. Why build far away when there's a gap down there? I mean, look at the state of this. Auto smoothing would be nice for the AI buildings, especially when they abandon them and just leave a great big mound. So, train, where are we? Is that one? That's one. Let's go have a look at this stadium. Let's go a little bit faster. Can't talk for that long when I'm not moving the mouse around. Don't know what to say. Yes, we should get a good view of this as we come around the corner now. Some buildings, get past these, go through the level crossing. I like how these open, these are great. Yeah, that's a good view of the stadium. That's in a good position. Once that's full of people as well, all up here, with loads of people, you can see the guys on the pitch there. Have a look at it going the other way. There's not a train for miles, of course there isn't. Let's speed it up a bit. I'm dreading going looking back at the golf course, my first one. There's probably half a dozen houses in there by now. We're not having like a town planning office or something. You know, people have to go and get a deed or something like that. That would be nice. It looks like we're going to have a good shot with a goods train. Yeah. Should be going faster than that as well. Yeah, because that's an 060. 06 OST. We should overtake him. We're only getting up to 38. I think I've got maybe too many coaches on here, one or too many coaches. Put 8 on the towed brake van. Brake van's not an issue. I might drop it to 7 and get it up to speed a bit more, because it's not at full capacity anyway, so we don't need all them carriages. See you later, mate. Let's get down here to the stadium, see how it looks from this angle. This is why I burn a lot of time off at times as well, because I'm fast forward riding the trains. So I can see things, see what things look like. Oh yeah, I built something else as well, I'll go and show you. I put a church up in Hambley. So, yeah, that's a nice good view from both sides, so I'm quite happy with that. The placement's pretty good. That's why I reserved that area. I decent view from the train. It doesn't really matter that it's in the industrial and commercial area. I mean, football stadiums are quite often on the edge of industrial areas and stuff, and there would be a lot of commercial around the area as well, so a lot of people. Yeah, so I think once all that's done up, that'll look quite nice. Hamley. Odd German church here. I know it's based on a real one, but it's a bit of a strange design. Looking at it, you would have thought the door was on the front here, but it's not, it's on the side. But from the train, it looks quite good. I like buildings that dominate the skyline as you're coming in and out of the stations, and you know, in and out of the cities. I'd like a lot more nice tall buildings, especially on a hill raised up somewhere. Quite like that. Got a few more churches yet. Still got to do all this industrial and everything. So yes, I'm in a bit of a better mood than I was yesterday. That video yesterday was meant to be a segment of a 2 or 3 day build that I had intended on getting a good chunk of the map covered up, you know, nice long sort of video of time lapses and things. But I was so disheartened afterwards. I see a house. I see 2 actually. Told you they would be. Get out. This is a golf course. You know, very nice to live in the middle of a golf course, yes. No neighbours. You know, but if I let somebody build there, they're all going to want to build there. It won't be a golf course anymore, it'll be a housing estate. And you. Get off my golf course. Excuse me. After a while, this is the mod that I'm on. After a while, this will stop happening because I'll have cleared everything. These trees spawned. They spawned because of them houses, probably. Trees do spawn on their own in this game, don't they? I'm thinking that right. I do find the odd one in the middle of one of my fairways. Look at that one there. Can't have a tree there. A lot of people complaining. That's been the problem. That line there has been a big problem because it's prevented me getting the blockers in at times. I'm getting collisions with it, and even with a shift key you still get collisions with it, so getting into certain places with the blockers has been a bit difficult. This has been one of the problem areas. No, I nearly deleted him before. He's actually on the main road, so he can stay. Yeah, this has been one of the main problem areas where the track was underneath. It's just been so difficult to actually get the blockers in. I saw you. Get out. Should really flatten it before you put the blockers in, because once they're in there it won't really let you flatten it properly. Oh no, not that one. Yeah, I mean, you know, I could sort of edit all this out and just make it look like everything I do is perfect, you know, and works all the time. It would be nice and make me look good. But no, I'm going to show you all the mistakes and failures and errors and crashes and things. I'll let you see the nuts and bolts of it. So you can see what I have to deal with at times. I mean, it's good for people to see it anyway, so they know what to expect themselves. So there's no nasty surprises coming up. which no doubt there will be. Probably have a few more crashes yet. Definitely have a few more crashes yet. I will bulk it at some point. Right. Want to get these trains upgraded? God, let's upgrade the trains before I call it a day. Let's get some of these 060s on here. Let's clear that before we do this. We've got the new Naffy's wagon coming in 1890 as well, so I will be upgrading again. And I've got a lot of money in the bank, so it's not a problem. It's the Dean Goods. That's the one we want. And 340 horsepower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. I'll have 12 on there. Yeah. So they're going to be faster, they're going to be a bit longer. They're going to carry more stuff. U12? Yes. I'm even getting the rapid clicking right. Some of these lines definitely need upgrading. Goods backing up, struggling. Yeah. I missed one. 12. Right, I'll go and do the rest of them off the camera. I did put some Prussians on this one. They were no faster than the 06 OSTs. It's just that they had a little bit more power, and it was this hill here. The GWRs were only getting up to 20, 21, whereas these Prussians are doing 24, 25 up here or something. 24, yeah. So it was just a little bit faster. So, but with that Dean Goods class on there, they'll pull them up that hill, no problem. There's a passenger train. Still need to do this. Still need to do that. Still need to do that. Still need to do a lot of stuff. I was hoping to have a lot more done by now. It was a bit of a setback, but we dealt with it. We rebuilt the golf course. I'll redo the farms during the week. I need to get these done pretty soon. I need to start doing this because Wednesbury started to grow out here a little bit. I knew that was going to happen at some point anyway, so I might let it have this side and just block it in around here somewhere. I don't want to give it too much room because I want this to fill in. It has started growing up here. Starting to get some houses and stuff out here, so yeah, it's a bit more of a success today. Happy with my new station. I would like some old Victorian stations and things. You know, I've got lots of big Victorian stations, some with glass roofs and stuff. I like to have a nice choice of them. A lot of the station mods are all really new stuff. They're definitely not going to look apart on here. So yeah, I'll finish this off camera. Look at you. Cheeky. Yeah, I'll finish this off camera. I'll fill the stadium in with people. I think what I'll do with the people sitting down is I'm going to put them in while the game's playing so they're not all moving at the same time. Ah! Oh no! Oops. fall down. Where's it gone? It's not that far, it's back here. Where's my station? Where's my football stadium gone? There it is. Oh no, we can't because of the blockers. Yeah, you. Right, I'm going to have to delete all the blockers. No, never mind. That's alright, I can do that. I was thinking that was just a non-collision asset. Because them little ones are non-collision, I'm pretty sure they are. Some of the assets will give you collisions, some of them won't. This is a problem when you get blockers, when you have to start deleting blockers, you end up deleting bits that you don't mean to delete. And like the train track. Glad that was on pause. Sorry. Stop clicking. Right. I'll fix that. I just wanted to show you what I was going to do in there. Yeah, you get the idea now. I'll have that done before the next episode. Right, see if I can get a bit of time tomorrow. I'll get that football stadium in and finished. There's a couple of other little bits and pieces I wanted to do, and I'm keeping my eye on this for random stray buildings. Get out. Leave my golf course alone. Press the right button then. Look, see, it's spawned some trees here as well. I thought that was another one then. Yeah, I'm fiddling again. I spend most of my time doing that. I think my dog wants out. Hang on a sec, mate. Right, we'll call it a day. Thanks very much for watching again. I'll be back really soon with another episode. We'll get that football stadium sorted out, get it all filled up so you can see what it looks like, and then I crack on with some more decorating and filling in. Gets up to about 1890 probably. Get ready for them next goods wagons. I'll probably do them in the next episode as well. The Naffy State cars. Yeah. And now I'm going to turn the costs on either during the next episode or after the next episode. We've got loads of money in the bank now, so it shouldn't be an issue. If I run out of money, I can always turn it off again for an hour or two, let the money build back up again. But yeah, we should be mostly running in good profits now. Yeah, that'll do. All right, I'll see you soon. Good night.